All right, good afternoon. Welcome back to Monaco Day here in Davos. If we could close that door, it'd be fantastic so we can let everybody focus. Thank you. All right, so my name is Rhett Power. I run a global consultancy, executive coaching consultancy, and I help businesses scale and grow. But that is not why I'm here today. I'm here in my capacity with Forbes and Rolling Stone. And so I've got an amazing panel. I can't wait to get into this conversation. We had a really fun conversation last night about luxury and luxury goods. And so I think you guys can, you think you can compare to that? I think you can, I think you've got it. So please introduce yourself, and then we're going to get into the conversation.
Hello everybody, my name is Albert Manzone. I'm the Deputy CEO of Société des Bains de Mer, Monte-Carlo Société des Bains de Mer, which in Monaco owns the 4 hotels, plus the casino, plus entertainment, and plus about 30 restaurants, the golf club, the tennis club, and more.
Thank you. Clarisse?
I'm Clarisse Magnin. I'm a senior partner at McKinsey, also the managing partner for France, and I've worked in the luxury industry and consumer good industry for the past 25 years now. And we've published a report on state of luxury with the business of fashion. So I'll try to leverage some of the findings during our discussion.
Excellent. I was hoping you'd say that. Now, consumer trends and expectations is what I want to start with. And if you look at as younger, more socially conscious generations come into the market, like millennials and Gen Z, and they become key consumers. How's the luxury sector, can you please close that door? How's the luxury sector adapting to that? Because this generation expects there to be, the companies have a social responsibility, that they have a social, that they don't do harm. And so talk about how millennials and how luxury is changing.
So let me start by talking about luxury, because luxury means many different things, and Monaco is half the size of Central Park, and I think today luxury for us at SBM is really 2 things. Number 1 is providing exceptional, once-in-a-lifetime experiences. So experience is an important word, and the second one is to have a story to tell. And that is also true, I think, for consumer products, luxury goods. When I say story to tell, SBM has been around for 162 years, and the growth of SBM has been very intertwined with the growth of the Principality of Monaco.
So, hey, can you please stop having a conversation? You're distracting us. Thank you.
So there is a real story. If you take the Hôtel de Paris, it's considered the grandmama of all palaces in the world. Mr. Rhett, Mr. Escoffier works there. Some of the dishes we serve have been created by Mr. Escoffier. So you have real stories. If you take the casino, it's considered the granddaddy of all casinos in Las Vegas, because it brought together in Monaco one experience with hotels, entertainment, and so on before Las Vegas existed. So that's the story. And in terms of experiences, what you can experience there is all those things in a unique way. I can talk, but I want maybe to pass on how this experience has to evolve with the newer generations. And the thing is, newer generations are obviously more conscious about a number of things, and this is going to touch on 2 areas. Number 1, the way you interact, which is going to go into all the technology that you need to provide that you won't see. That's the part of the iceberg that you don't see. But the tip of the iceberg is that the experience become ever more personalized to your needs. So think about you want to go in a Louis XV restaurant, free store, and you are going to open a Romane Conti bottle. You should not open that bottle when you arrive at the restaurant.
Right.
We should know that you want that bottle. It should be open in the afternoon, and that's the way that you are going to enjoy that bottle. At the same time, you are also going to intertwine there sustainability and all the things. So you never serve strawberries in the winter. It's just something that we don't do anymore. And you put the sustainability in front in the design of everything we do. So now with our hotel in Courchevel, that's all part of the pre-planning. Therefore, when you come at the end, you don't have to do it as an afterthought, but it's built into it and therefore fulfills the expectation to have those experiences in the right way, which is interesting because luxury and sustainability sometimes seems counterintuitive,
Right.
but it's possible.
No, thank you.
So do I answer your question specifically on sustainability? 50% of the high net worth individual who are buying luxury goods, when we ask them if environment and social responsible practice is important to them, 50% respond that it is extremely important to their purchase decision. But then when we look at what they search online and the questions that they are asking about the products, we don't really see it. Okay? So I think it's important to say that this is a category of goods where somehow you aspire probably to something indeed personalized, exclusive, exceptional. But the connection between your intellectual desire for, environmental friendly and socially responsible practices is not completely connected today in your actual purchase decision. Now, for the brands, this is nevertheless a super important topic, because if consumers, and I would say even citizens, find out that your practices, particularly social practices, the type of workers that you are using, the type of operations that you have, if they hear and through the media, for instance, that this is not to the standard of what they expect, then that can create really a backlash. So I think this is why, and I think all the luxury brands, by the way, have made big commitments. And I think all of them are on a journey. There's the question of the recycling. There's been some alliances announced to recycle the textile and reduce the waste throughout the value chain. And it's also an industry that cultivates craftsmanship. So it's actually not fully industrialized, automated, and so on. It uses people with a manual gift. And most of the production of the most prestigious brands is actually near-shoring. So for the European brands, it's produced in Europe for most of it. So, there are also very positive things to say about this industry in that regard.
Okay, thank you. Talking about, I want you to get maybe a little bit more into that a little bit more, because so what you're saying is people's actions leading up to a purchase don't sync up with the data maybe so much, right? They like the brands that they like. But the brands do have to be aware that if something negative happens. So what are the conversations around sustainability? What are the conversations in the back rooms? When you do the research, what is the real conversation that these brands are having? Is it based on being scared that a bad story will, or is it a true commitment to?
I think the conversation, so let's say we are victims of our success because lots of people want to come in and out. I hope more people coming in and out. That's why the noise is increasing. I think, the consumers, they value quality. They value exclusivity and they value beauty. Okay, that's really what is driving their purchase. Sometimes they value status also. The consumers that value status are going to go for products with a logo. Others will be, on the contrary, looking for products without a logo, but an exceptional design, right? So behind the notion of quality and craftsmanship, you also have some of the ESG elements, I believe. There is also the notion of you buy something that you can resell. If you buy a watch, it's something you can keep your entire life. that you can give to your grandchildren, or
Okay.
you know.
I'm being told we have to cut it off,
Okay.
like immediately. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So we conclusion. All right. Sorry.
I can conclude
Let's.
on this
You,
topic.
you get like 1 minute.
1
Real speed
minute to
round.
conclude on this topic, which is very interesting. In the Principality of Monaco, the prince, when he came to the throne in 205, in 206 he created a foundation. So part of what you are saying is absolutely true in hospitality. People say what they say, they go to Dubai. I don't know how sustainable it is, but the reason why we're doing it is because when you build a story of luxury, you want to be true to our values, and those are the values that we think are going to be the right values down the road.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.